I now introduce to you the ladies of HerView. Adrian, the mental health counselor, Shantae, the relationship expert, and Ernie, the military wife coach. Warning, the topics discussed in today's events are the perspectives and opinions of the ladies of HerView. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome back to HerView podcast, What Women Really Think. I'm Shani, your dating coach and self-love enthusiast.
I am Ernie, your military wife coach.
I'm Adrian, your favorite mental health counselor.
And today's our favorite day of the month, Scenario Day.
Wow, guys. The good thing about today is it's a special edition, and we have the creators of Spill It card game with us today.
Yes.
Today we have Brandy, and we have Alexis, and we have Christiana.
Yay!
Christian. I'm sorry, Christian.
Christian, let's bring them in and get this party started.
Hello, ladies.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Well, will you guys, we'll start with Christian first. Would you please just tell us a little bit about the game and about yourself as well?
Yeah, so I'm Christian, one of 3 business partners for Spill It card game. Spill It was founded from, us doing wine nights while we were in college. We all went to Hampton University, all graduated from the same program. And, when we started with quarantine, it was just kind of like, what is something that we can do to keep ourselves busy? What is something that we can do to, start our own empires? I mean, we're all business women, so we all work in corporate America, but we also wanted to start our own brand. And what a better time to do it than in COVID? I'll kind of let some of my other business partners kind of get into it too. So take it away, y'all.
I can go next if you want me to.
Yes.
Hi. I am the second of the 3 founders of Spill It. Like Christian said, we all went to Hampton together, and we really wanted to create a game that bonds friendships like it did ours, bring good energy, good vibes, good conversations, and lasting memories to different friend groups, on wine nights, game nights, just hanging out with friends. We really wanted something to spark authentic, unfiltered dialogue, get people laughing, get people drinking, stories, and just help people create memories together, especially during a time like this and COVID. We really wanted to bring that to the people, and that's what we do with our game.
Awesome.
And that's
Okay, I guess I'll bring us home. I am the 3rd member of Spill It. And my teammates are being very humble. We are also business majors from Hampton, and we are really after the bag as well. So, we are Black women trying to start their own businesses. So, yeah, that's what we are here today. And like they said, we met in school, but, college is tough. But when you find those good friends, you got to hold on to them. So we kind of found those people that we can go to, we can vent to, we can just have a good time. So we thought we'd just recreate that with the game. So here we are.
Well, I don't know about the rest of my co-hosts, but I'm just ready. Let's dive in. Trey Songz this name.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Well, first of all, you guys explain how the game is played, so we know what we need to do on our ends, like how to drink or whatever.
Drink. No, sorry, that's what I heard.
Right, we're ready for the drinking part.
Yes, everybody have their cups. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, I'm here for this.
I need a refill.
Already.
So basically, Spill It is split into three different levels, and there's an easy level, a medium level, and a hard level. The titles are kind of misleading. Really, the key behind the levels is the more you each level has a wine glass cup. So as we get to different cards, the one will take a sip before each question, and when you get to 3, you're taking 3 sips before each question. So as you build up your liquid encouragement, your answers kind of come a little more unfiltered. So as we get to level 3, some of the questions are just based upon
if I ask you this question at the stage that we're in now, what is your real answer? So the answers just kind of heat up as you keep going. So I guess we will start with level 1. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Hopefully our viewers got drinks in their hands.
I hope so. And we want to hear your comments too. So make sure you're 2 thumbs firing when we ask these questions.
Right.
Okay, so we will start off with level 1. So we'll start off with a sip. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Cheers to a good game.
Cheers.
What's considered a sip? My sip might be a little bit bigger than everybody.
Okay, that's fair.
Go.
I need
Okay, so for the first question, is spill it. Homie hopping. Should you disclose any friends that you have history with to your partner, and if so, when?
Again.
We thought we'd start off real. So basically, I'll ask a question, but each of us can respond. It's open conversation, but we do like to see each person kind of give their answer just to see what everybody's thinking.
I feel like it should be disclosed because you don't want to be at that barbecue with that awkward, like, oh, wait, hold up. Whoa. Before it starts to get too deep, like if he's bringing you around people or she, if that person starts introducing you to people, you might want to be like, hold up. Okay, wait. You remember Tyrone? Well, I know you remember him, but we're Tyrone. We had a thing going on back in the day. Are you cool?
I think it depends on like how close of a friend this is. Like if this is a friend that's always at the cookouts, like yeah, you need to know. Because if you're gonna be in their presence all the time and on a regular basis, then yeah, absolutely. But if this is just somebody that I see every, quarter, once a year, who knows?
You're not telling?
No, for what?
No, because that person gonna lie on you. He gonna be like, yeah, she was in here
You're
doing the
around enough to have those deep conversations. You're talking to my friends like
He
that.
gonna find his way.
I agree. I feel like I would tell them, like, I don't know, I guess if they're gonna be around all the time, but like Shawnee said, if they're not close, then why am I just sharing unnecessary information? Right? We gotta know that. But
Because once we get in love and then it comes out, then he's like, you seen him that one year. Why didn't you say nothing? And you're like, but babe, I love you. He's like, no, man.
Yes, exactly.
But you mad now? Like we 5 years in. Now you mad? Like, come on.
Hey, come on.
5 years, 2 years later, really?
Don't bring the old stuff.
We passed that.
Okay, so on the contrary, let's say you were the girl. Like, do you want the person that has now brought their significant other around to disclose it? So it's not like, you kind of got you kind of have the one up really, but she don't know that. Do you working the one up?
I don't like no girl having a one up on me or my man. If you slept with her, I don't care. I like to lay it all out on the table. If you slept with her, okay. If I come around, I already knew, girl. He told me. I don't like none of that. I need to know. Because girls be petty, they'll start talking behind your back or whatever. Like, well, he used to get around. He was. I was like, okay. And I got it now. I know about all of y'all.
He's my hoe now.
Yeah. On
the contrary, I feel like I would want to know. Like, if I'm gonna be in the same area with y'all, kicking it with y'all, then yeah, I want to know. But listen, we gotta know that everybody comes with a past.
That's it.
That's reality. My husband have laid it all out. Like I know about people, places, things, names, good, bad, different. Like I know it all. So just don't come for me.
Did y'all sit down and let's just lay this out, or it kind of came up casually?
No, I got it all out in the beginning.
I love that.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I met my husband, of course we didn't like each other for a long time. But when we finally got together, by the time we got together, several different cliques that had never been friends had joined forces. So it's I know that's your friend, but y'all weren't friends.
So y'all was meant to match together.
Yeah, y'all shouldn't have combined forces. Y'all should have kept fighting each other, and then I would have been cool. That's not my fault. Y'all decided to be friends.
We got some comments in here. Angela says, "Yes, go at that barbecue and trust. Don't do it, ladies. Be up front." Angela says, okay, in my case, the guy didn't say anything, but I did. I wanted to be upfront.
Right.
So Angela's sipping and she's just telling all the tea. Okay.
And I've done that before where I've asked like, okay, so what's, just tell me. Like, let's tell me any friends, like, and we literally went through like a lot of instances and occasions so that I would know. And it was a mutual thing. Like, have you done anything with any of your friends or like things that didn't work out? We laid it all out on the table. We got it out there, and I don't really care. I mean, it's in the past, but like, so like I'm good. And I feel like I can trust you more now. Like that, I don't know, it kind of helped with our level of trust too. I mean, granted, the relationship failed, but
you need to know
maybe you shouldn't have laid it all out. And
I mean, but we were good on we trusted each other from that point. But like, I be wanting to know. I got too many questions, and I would be highly upset if I find out from somebody else. I'm mad. I'm real mad.
We got another comment. Cliff says, y'all don't really be wanting to know the truth.
I just don't want to be the last person in the room to not know something. Like, don't have me be the last person in the room to not know what's going on. If everybody else knows what's going on and everybody side-eyeing and doing all this extra stuff, I need to know. Because I'm not about to be looking like I'm stupid. You ain't got stupid written on my forehead. It's not there. Like, we're not doing that.
We will be at the barbecue and everybody will have this little inside joke that you don't know, and you like, what does that mean? Don't have me.
I don't want to be the inside joke. I'm not the inside joke.
Right. Because I'll punch everybody in the face, and then you can't be friends. Now you just lost a whole group of friends. We ain't going to time.
And now I'm crazy.
Right. Now I'm crazy.
And I'm crazy? Okay. Okay.
I felt attacked, and that's why I attacked everybody.
Attacked. Personally victimized, if you will.
Not
victimless crime.
Okay, that was good. All right, next question. Everybody ready for the one sip?
Yep.
Oh, I've been sipping. I'm sorry.
As drink at your leisure.
I did another bottle.
Okay, if you had no moral, would you say?
I'm sorry. I said she didn't say cup. She said bottle.
Bottle. Shout out to everybody with the long weeks coming up. Okay, if you had no morals, how would you make money? Speak your truth.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I would be right on OnlyFans doing what I gotta do to get the money. It is what it is. Like, my morals won't let me do it, but if I had one, I'd be right there.
That's a good
Because
one.
everybody's doing it and getting blessed heavily.
They're banking.
Well, is there OnlyFans that I don't have to do all that? Y'all can like watch me eat or something? Can I make money?
They do that.
I hear that.
Then I need to get on OnlyFans. I can eat all day. Sorry, not the question. I don't know.
Oh man, that's a hard one. I'm not sure.
You gotta go ahead. Okay, I would say if I had no morals, I'd be like a hired hit. Like, I'd be the hitman. Because they be traveling, they get paid good.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
I could be in the side building with the trigger for the bad man. One shot, I'm home. He did it.
You are still right.
They get paid good money to be in the side building with the one shot.
Like wind trajectory. Like, oh, okay, wait, we got to reposition. Okay. I could be Jayciana Bourne. I could do that. I don't know.
You know what? I think I might be a hacker.
Ooh.
Okay, you want this student loans cleared? Okay, all right. I'm in.
Yeah, you can do that right now.
Oh yeah,
you can do that
right now. Okay.
I would be. Oh, don't judge me. I would be a madam. I would like to run a house.
Okay.
You took mine. That's what I was fixing to say.
That's good.
I would do that. I'd be like, you can have access. Make sure everybody's good. Pay me to have access to my collection of beautiful, beautiful women. and run a nice house.
They get paid good money too, girl.
Sure do.
Good money.
So do.
Good money.
Isn't it like Utah? You can really go do that for real in Utah, though.
And probably in Utah.
You have to know.
In Nevada or somewhere. There's a
Yeah.
place in the U.S. you can really go live your dream. I don't know. I think I would be a mix of all of y'all. On the weekends, I do it because I got somebody to run the whorehouse. I would have because I need side money.
That's right.
And yeah, and I would just snipe people because I think
Multiple streams of income. That's it. You gotta have different venues.
because then I wouldn't want to be a millionaire. Like normal Ernie wants to be a millionaire, but that Ernie would want to be a trillionaire. So I'd really have to like work 7 days a week.
Right.
That's what's up. We got some comments in here. Cliff says, when that HerView OnlyFans coming? Y'all got
It's never coming. Never.
No. Angela said she'll be a jewel thief. She was Cliff said, I sell drugs. According to Biden, I won't go to jail. He's sending me to rehab instead of jail.
Biden for president. Yeah.
Love it.
That's good. Okay, y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on up. Move back to level 2. 2 sips. You ready?
Okay.
Okay.
2 sips.
Yeah. Should gender roles still exist in a relationship? And if so, what are the basic duties you require of your partner?
I don't think they should exist, but I know there are certain things that I just don't do. So I guess, like, I live with my boyfriend. He takes out the trash. Like, that's his thing. That's not my thing.
Right.
But if I had to do it, I could. But I don't want to, so I'm not.
Yeah, I would want to take out the trash thing.
Yeah, like, oh.
I'm not trying to walk out there. I feel like that's just like, especially if you have brothers, they did that, you know? Like the most you did was put the trash bag back in, but they took it out.
Exactly.
Right.
So,
Right.
I didn't do that when I was a child. I'm not about to do it now. But you and
That part.
No, I really had that conversation. I was like, as long as there's male in this house, no female will take out this garbage. And it ain't even about gender roles. It's just like, get up, go do something.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
what it's about. In my house, there are none. Like, I don't like saying this because it makes me sound weird in my relationship, but I'm more of the hands-on person. So I like to build stuff. I like to fix stuff. I want to be under cars. I like to do that stuff. And he's like, we can pay somebody to do that. So no, I'm not doing it. Like, manual labor is not his thing. So yeah, we just kind of get in where we fit in. He can cook. My husband cooks very well. So there is none. Like, we both can really do everything. He's more likely to pay somebody, though. I'm keeping all my coins in my purse.
I felt that.
Oh man, no, I don't think there should be any gender roles. In my house, I live by myself, so I do everything anyway. So I'm hanging pictures, I'm taking out the garbage, I'm washing the dishes, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing it all. But you best believe when I do get a man, the garbage duty is his, and whoever cooks, the other person washes the dishes, vice versa. Like, I just feel like we should have that conversation where it's equal. You know, you like to do this, I like to do this, I don't like to do this, so you got to do that. That's it.
Oh, I will say, my husband pays all the bills. His rule, not mine. I just submit. That's when I submit, y'all.
See, that's it right there.
This is wife on that.
Smart.
That's it. I don't know. I think. I think there should be some type of roles, and some things it might apply just to gender, like trash, mowing the lawn, shoveling snow. I'm not doing it. Like, if you come into even just as like a friend, like even my male friends that come into my house, they see my trash, like they take it out. Like, that's what guys do. Like, and I'm not gonna do that. And if you can't do that, because I could do it for myself. Like, I could do it, but I don't want to do it.
Right.
As a man, you should do it. So that's how I feel. I feel like there are roles in relationships. It has to be. And I think that you can define them how you want to, but I do feel like certain things as a man, like I'm looking for. Like, I want my husband to want to pay all the bills. Like, he's I want him to want to take care of the household, because that's what I expect. Like, as a man, if you're not taking care of your household and me, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the bills are a part of that, and that includes the cable and the rent. Like, we're not roommates. We're not splitting up the 50-50. Like, no. I don't know. That I just feel like we have places in relationships. You can define that how you want to, but some things I feel like are kind of grounded to be like, okay, well, like, as a man, you should probably do this, or as a woman, I should want to do these things for my man, or my man should want to do these things for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. The other thing I was kind of thinking about too with gender roles is like, even in like the dating part, not when you have the man, when you trying to get the man. Like, when we're talking about gender roles there, for me, I like to feel like I'm wanted and you're chasing after me. I'm not about to be chasing after you. Or when we trying to figure out if this whole, situation, like marriage, I'm not about to propose. You're going to have to do that. So, like, in those types of spaces, like those gender roles, like I'm traditional. Like, okay, you know what? You need to open the door for me. You know what? Pull out my seat when we're sitting down for dinner. Like, do those things for me, because I feel validated in those moments, because it's like, I know he's doing this for me. So that's my 2 cents on that.
I agree with you. And I also think that that's something that has to be communicated, right? Because not every guy grows up knowing that kind of etiquette. So we'll sit here and be like, why didn't he open my door? Why didn't he pull out my chair? Like, what's wrong with him? And having this issue, rather than telling him or showing him that those are things that you require from him, so that he'll know to do that, on a regular basis, because like, she's not going to get out the car unless I open the door.
Right. And my mama said, she said, start how you want to finish. So
that's right.
If you want him to be doing these things 30 years down the line, that first date, he needs to know how to come correct.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's not going to happen that way.
Let's get into some of these comments. It seems like gender roles seem to only exist when it's convenient.
Something double standards.
Ernie said, he said, your husband is a smart man. Work smarter, not harder.
No, sir. Keep that money in his house.
Angela said, right. Same here. It says, you know what it is. So, there are roles, and most men will do as such without being told, for a woman who sets the standard.
Absolutely.
Calypso, what? Is this 1950? It seems like gender roles are defined nowadays only when it's convenient to the relevant argument. What do y'all think?
So would he allow somebody to propose to him?
Yes.
No shade, no shade
other
to that
day.
at all. Like, some people are okay with that, and that's perfectly fine. But like, just keeping it a buck, like, you do 100% okay with your shorty like rolling up on one knee.
One knee.
Like, one knee.
We have a group
In front of your homeboys.
we asked this question the other day, and he was one of the guys that were like, listen, y'all want equality, but it only counts sometimes. Like, sometimes you want us to take out the trash, but then you want to say, like, you won't get down on a knee and ask me to propose. So it was like a whole big thing. But some men do want the woman to get down on the knee and be like, hey, will you marry me? It's not something I'm going to do. But I mean, that's for all women that will do it, right? Didn't Chrissy propose to Jim Jones?
Oh my, and how that worked out.
Right.
Yeah.
Cliff said, yes, he wants you to propose. Yes. He said, I'm fucking awesome. Poppy said this gender thing sounds one-sided.
No, it's really not. It's coming to the table with requirements. Like, yeah, these are my expectations. This is what I do expect and don't expect. Do you accept? If you don't, it was nice knowing you. But then there's gonna be some guy that's like, oh, too easy. Oh, and I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like, girl, you ain't said nothing but a word.
Right.
Small things to a giant, gentlemen. Small things to a giant.
Right. And don't get it twisted. It's not like we just sitting there looking all pretty while you doing all the heavy lifting. Like, no, we putting in our work too. And whatever you feel like is required of you, if I feel like I want to submit to you because I trust you in that way, of course I'm going to compromise in certain situations. But there are certain things that we're not compromising on. You're not compromising on your self-esteem and your self-love. We built that. So you got to be able to come in and help maintain that and help build that up even more.
That's good. That's
I feel
good.
like
be all the way clear. When you've only alley-ooped me some sperm and I created a whole life, and I don't know if y'all seen my kids, but they got very big heads. If I push them out, I got some requirements, sir. Like,
right? Because if you want to, we can get halfway through the term, and I can give this baby to you, and you can carry it the rest of the
right.
But it don't work that way.
So Chris says he doesn't want his woman to propose. However, if she did propose, he wouldn't feel any less about her.
I think that sounds good in theory. Like,
Right.
I think they talk themselves up to that sometimes. It happen, you be like, dang, I don't even like her as much as she like me. Like,
I think that might be like wouldn't that feel weird though? That story, like, so how'd you guys,
Right.
Well,
Well, actually me.
Right.
She's standing there like,
or now she gets the big head and she's like, hey, yo, get up and make me something to eat.
Okay.
But like every time y'all talk to everybody, she's like, no, I'm head of household. I'm head of household. So that's my wife. That's my wife.
And I was gonna say, I feel like men, I always hear that argument about men like saying that, females want everything to be equality and 50-50. That's all good in theory until she running you like she's the head of the household. Like, y'all can't have it both ways either. You can't want us to submit and be all nice and dainty and delicate, but at the same time propose to you and pay half the bills. It don't work like that. If I'm paying half the bills, it's a whole lot. I'm talking to you like we friends, not my man. Like, it's different. It's different. You can't have it both ways. You cannot. I'm not trying to hear that. Like, you can't want us to go half on stuff and all this equality stuff. But then when your homeboys come around, I'm making everybody a meal and I'm being a nice little housewife and, nice and cuddly and delicate to you. No, we want equality, right? Because you don't.
Dapping him up, like, what's up, homie? What's up?
Exactly. Like, you don't want that. You do not
you
want
about
that.
to fix me one too.
Exactly.
Right. They want mothers. They want mothers, not wives. That's what that is. You want your mama.
That's a whole live session.
I don't think that. Listen, you want to propose, you want to do all these things, you want to pay all the bills. There are women who are head of household and they're perfectly secure and fine in that. Me personally, I can be head of household, but there are just certain things that there has to be conversations about. Like, we have to be balanced in some way. Like, I'm not gonna be taking on one role and then I'm dominating, because if I feel like I can run you,
listen. My friend told me this quote. I think she said it was from Jill Scott. I don't know. Don't. She said it was just like, if you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
That's right.
That makes
perfect sense.
Because if you can, you can. But if you can't, baby, you cannot.
Listen, if I can't trust your lead, I'm not following nothing.
If I cannot trust your lead, now that's a word.
Okay.
I truly think, I don't think that it's asking, I don't think that this is not a situation where we're talking about we want to be equal. In the work field, we want to be equal. And in job selection, women are not screaming, we want to be equal at home. That's not what, so like, men like to throw that, y'all want to be equal as us and y'all want as much, like, what does work got to do with romantic life? Like, there's chivalry should not be dead, dying, or none of the above. Like, as a man, there just should be certain things that you want to be man. Now, if we both work at the same place, I want to be paid as much as you. Sure.
Yep.
I may want to make more than you because I'm probably better at it. But we're not talking about work. We're talking about love life.
Right.
Jiggly parts.
It's about respect.
Right.
Respect.
Yeah.
At home, I think it's the equal respect.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
respect you just as much as I respect you.
Exactly. All right, Brandy, what's the next question?
Okay, 2 sips. Y'all ready? Woohoo!
We're gonna make some people mad, y'all.
Welcome to HerView.
Right?
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, here we go. You just saw a close friend, significant other, on a date with somebody else. Do you intervene or do you just mind your business?
I need you to see me, see you, see me, see you. Okay? What you do with that is on you, but I saw you. I'm not gonna be on some girl. Your man is I'm not one of those, but he's gonna see me, and I'm gonna make sure he sees me, and we can leave it at that. But I'm hoping from that
I'm a little bit more extra. I'm with you. I need you to see me, see you, see me, see you, see me.
Mm-hmm.
But I also need you to know that after I've made my presence known, if I don't come over and say, hey, because I will. If I don't come over and say, hey, just know she's already got the footage, because I ain't going to tell her nothing, because girls hate to be told and not showed. So I'm going to show her, and whatever she chooses, we can act like I never sent you nothing. You might know Tyrone's out with Shamika. That may not be, I may be late to the party. That's how y'all get down. But as your friend, do with it what you may. This friendship may be over because girls get embarrassed and then they lose their friend and keep their man. But I did my part.
Yeah. I agree with Shawnee and Ernie. Like, you gonna see me, and then I'm gonna probably introduce myself. Like, hey, John, how
long time no see?
Lovely restaurant, isn't it? I'm telling sis, like I'm telling her, and like Ernie said, I mean, what she chooses to do with it, I would probably take a picture. But I think it's also about the delivery when you talk to your friend. Like, you don't have to go being messy. You could literally be like, guess who I ran into today at the the restaurant. I saw John, and he was with I don't know, whoever, like some girl or whatever, and then y'all can take it from there. But if you call her like, girl, guess who I saw, like that already gives off that weird feeling.
Right. And you don't know what people's relationships are like. And like Ernie was saying, like she could have been fine with him going out with that girl, and they could have an arrangement. And now the cover's blown. You done sit there and embarrassed yourself for what? Now they not gonna invite you to the cookout.
Yep.
Can't even come back.
You at home on Saturday.
I literally was just watching this post when like Cardi and Offset did that whole thing, and this girl was like, "This is exactly why I don't get in my friend's business, because I just rob him and do everything we need to do, and you back with him. Now I can't even come over for brunch no more."
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I feel that. I won't come in unless I have proof.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a secret agent. So as soon as I see them, I don't need them seeing me. I'm gonna go hide. I'm gonna go call my friend. What do you want me to do with this information? Send you the picture. What you want me to do? You want me to play it cool? I'm putting the ball in your court. You want me to go off? You want me to get messy? You want me to get? What do you want from me? Because I got you. Matter of fact, I will tell you where you at, so you can pull up right now, and I'll be right here with you. I'm your backup. Like, we gonna shock him. We gonna surprise him. Like, we can do all of that. Whatever you want to do, I want to do with you. But I'm 100% fully transparent right then in that moment. It ain't nothing but a thing.
So here's the funny thing about your situation.
Like Christian.
The funny thing about your situation is, if it's at a restaurant, your man like, mind your business. Why you always like he's over here and you're like, girl, what? Shut up. Girl.
I'm with that. I would say something to him at the end, but I'm quiet. I want you to act like how you was acting before you knew I was here. Nothing. Go ahead, hold her hand. All of this. I'm trying to see, because if it's nothing to report, okay, cool. It's not much, and it might be a sister, it might be a cousin, coworker, whatever. Like, I don't know. And you don't know people's situation, but I'm gonna be I might take a few pictures on the slide and be like, so what was what you do yesterday? What you do? You went out with John? For real? What do you think he was doing yesterday at 7:33? Was he supposed to be? Oh, he went to the gym. Okay. Well, yeah, I got something to show you.
Let me tell you, he was at Bella Noche's with some girl.
Yeah, I feel that. A lot of girls don't like to hear that though. So I try to most of the time mind my business. So you have to be really close for me to like bring it up.
Right.
Like if I do bring it up, I probably FaceTime you and I'm at his car. So he here, I know he here. Do you want me to proceed or you want me to just stay back? Because we can do this. I'm a Christian. Whatever you need from me, we can figure out. But you gotta be close to me to get there, because people don't want to hear that. So.
Angela says it depends on my girl, honestly.
Yes.
See, Cliff said, just walk up, say hi, and leave it alone. Angela said, if I know my girl won't do anything or deals with this regularly, no dice. But if I know she isn't with it, say word, it's whatever.
That part.
Listen, this scenario is why I stopped dating girls from the project. I gotta walk by. It's probably her boyfriend's boy or somebody that want to talk to her. See? He's like, he don't mess with the project chicks. He's trying to walk.
They say it's always somebody watching.
Mm-hmm. So what is a coworker? Would you say something if it was a coworker?
Count me out.
I think I will go up and introduce myself like, hey, so I just finished talking to Christian. Like, how's everything going? Like kind of casual to bring it and then just leave it alone. Like, see how you respond. Like, hey, so Christian told me she was gonna be at her mom's house today. Oh, y'all doing something? Like, make it real casual. But I don't.
I think if it was a coworker, I would hide. I don't want him to see me with him. I'm like, no, don't.
Yeah.
No question. I don't want no parts of that. Nope.
Because I feel like a coworker, you really don't know their get down. So then, like, I don't need you trying to sabotage my job or nothing because you mad that I know now that your man ain't as great as you'd like us to believe. Like,
right.
That's a good one.
Even if you do see me, she be like, "Girl, that's funny last night." I was at home in bed.
Coworker, you got to be careful because people got work husbands and work wives, and how you know that's not what that is?
Right.
You don't know.
Some of them work husbands and some work wives are too close. Like they're just, I don't know.
I wish my husband would come home and like, that's my work wife. Is she now? No, she's not. I'm not wrapped tight enough for that. Like, I know me, so don't play with me, Kenny.
I was watching something. It was I forgot what show it was, but the work wife, brought her real husband to like a Christmas thing, and the work husband was there just like grilling him, like, oh. You gotta set that straight.
The audacity.
You gotta be careful what you share.
The audacity. What?
Oh,
okay. This is actually a good segue because the next question is about coworkers. So this one is 3 sips. So y'all ready? We have gone up to the next level. We're now officially on blue.
Brandy?
I'm about to be with Lex. I need to go grab the bottle. Okay. What is the best way to politely clap back at a coworker? A, per my last email, you agreed to XYZ. B, going forward, I would prefer if you ... C, there seems to be some disconnect in our communication regarding XYZ. Or D, CCN supervisor. I've looped in Jim here to ensure we're all on the same page.
Oh, that's the one I like. The per my last email, that and the last
favorite.
The looping in, those are mine too, because if we spoke about something and you still not on the same wave as me, I'm gonna be per my last email, see at the top, highlighted everything, and I'm CCing everybody on it.
That's exactly it.
That's just how it is.
Okay, me and some friends just had this big debate about CC versus BCC. Like, when is it time to BCC versus CC? Because BCC is a whole new level.
Mm-hmm. Whole level. Incognito.
Mm-hmm.
Incognito.
Big brother.
I don't know. Because you also at work you have to be very careful because you don't know people's like real personal relationships. So you may be just the joke on the other side of that because the person that you CCing and BCCing, they cool with. So they're like,
I don't personally care about being the joke. Like, I'm gonna CC. I'm not BCCing nobody.
Right.
You're gonna see that I added the supervisor in on this, and it is what it is. Because even if I'm the joke, I have a paper trail, so it doesn't matter. Like y'all can do whatever y'all want with it.
Yes, the paper trail. I know recently, a coworker, not a coworker, but just somebody I know that was just talking about work. She mentioned read receipts, and I ain't never did that. So like, y'all ever turn the read receipts on and see somebody was getting it like in your email? And then, okay, so yes, it's this whole thing. You can like turn the read receipt on. So when they open it, it sends you an email and says, so-and-so has opened this email, blah, blah, blah. And people will forward that email, be like, I saw you got my message and happen to have opened it. Was there any miscommunication?
Oh no, can you turn that off? Listen, they're like, did you get my email? And I'm like, did I answer you? Then no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was new to me, so I'm not sure because that was
don't send me no read receipt. You need to turn that off because I'll read it, and sometimes I'm not ready to talk to you yet. So
my petty setup, and I would be like, if you send me an email like that, I would be like, and you see, I didn't answer it, so apparently.
It's something foolish that you feel like
pending.
No, if you feel like looked it up yourself or researched some emails, or don't ask me something that's already in an email that we discussed already. Like Google search, whatever, type it in the search and it'll come up. Like you want me to resend what you already. So if I gotta resend it, you best believe I'm highlighting and CCing and all that good stuff because you don't read.
Yeah.
Do not.
I'm quick for CCing, and I'm with you. I CC everybody. I don't care because once you start CCing people, you get responses.
Yeah.
I'm like, I Like I had like a conversation with a couple of guys earlier about this, and they were just like, "Oh, when you start CCing people, it makes it seem like you're snitching or you can't handle things on your own, and like might feel like you can't handle conflict or communication or any type of discrepancy with deliverables on your own without their help." And I don't know how I feel about that because I don't think that's necessarily true. But a lot of people might get offended by it, but I don't care. You can get offended by whatever. This is going to be done at the time it's supposed to be due.
You're only getting offended if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Because if you would have looked at the email the first time around, we wouldn't even have to go through all of this. So people who make all that comment about the CC, no, you just didn't. No, you're mad because you don't do your job. And now everybody sees you don't do it. You're welcome.
And if we're at that point, that means that I can't do what I'm supposed to do because I'm waiting on you. So then it's looking like I didn't finish what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
Like we've already had either conversations in person or by email that I needed something from you. Obviously, I can't get your attention. So tell him what you want to tell me because I don't. We both are like lying recorded.
We got time for one more question.
Okay, good. Okay, so this one I feel like is good, especially with everything that's been going on. The last one. Oh, don't forget to take your sip. I guess we can finish up. Okay. Are celebrities obligated to use their platform to speak about controversial issues? So social justice, animal reform, criminal reform, etc. Anything that's going on that's big in the world. Do you feel like they're obligated to, speak about it?
I don't think they're obligated to do it, but I think they should. I mean, it's your platform. You can do whatever you want. Like nobody can tell me what I can put on my Instagram page. Like it's mine. Yeah. But if there's certain issues going on that I feel like if I say something, I may be able to make a difference, then why wouldn't I use my platform to help other people? I think it gets kind of selfish when you want to sell me things and you're all telling me about all these products and whatever, but when it comes to real issues that can really help our people, all of a sudden you're really quiet because you don't want anybody, messing with your money. So, I don't think they have to, but should speak up. Why not? You don't get your talents to keep them and harbor them to yourselves. Like you have a voice, you have a platform, use it.
Right. But there are some people that we want to be quiet.
Oh yeah.
Don't want you to use your platform. Tell me something, please. Don't speak up for us. We don't agree. We don't agree. I think it falls in the line of that and this whole role model thing. They didn't sign up to be role models. They signed up to be whoever or whatever they're doing. So should they, if they are knowledgeable and if they are speaking truth and right and all that, but just to get up there and say something, no, they don't have to. They can be quiet.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if they aren't knowledgeable in that thing, they could probably still just post something and be like, I'm looking into this too, but it's their platform. They don't have to. And I also just feel like a lot nowadays, like we kind of pressure them into saying things. And it's like, you're not going to pressure me on my page to put something up. Like, just because they're talking about, police violence doesn't mean that I have to say something publicly. Like, you don't know what I'm doing behind closed doors to, help people in situations. It's like recently they tried to come to Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Someone posted asking for help from Beyonce, but the comments was lit. Like, she can do this and she could post about this and her new line of clothing. And it's like, and she came out and she was like, I've been already coming into this. So it's like sometimes you don't know if they're doing stuff. So, just chill out sometimes. I think that's
especially, I'm sorry, you don't know their background. So like the police brutality thing, what if their whole family, all they ever did was be police officers? They're not going to go out against their family. Like, we don't know everybody's story. We don't know their history. If that, it's just, that puts them in a weird position sometimes for other stuff to come out. So that's selfish. It's selfish to make somebody speak up about something that they don't have the knowledge or feelings about to speak up.
Yeah, agree. Yeah. And a lot of times people will like get out there and say stuff and not uphold that. So then the message is confused. Now we've like deflected from what it's supposed to mean, and that hurt more than anything else. So yeah, definitely agree.
And that's my thing too. And it's just like, I understand that you didn't sign up to be a role model, but that's what you are, whether you like it or not. But you knew this coming into the territory. So like, a part of me feels like when you do speak, you have an obligation to do your due diligence on whatever you are speaking about, period. Like, you should be speaking facts, whether it goes against the masses or with it. You should have something to offer and not just talking out the side of your mouth, right? So like, I feel like that. And then I also feel, I feel it when some people say like, okay, well, you can open your mouth and ask me to stream this and sell this and buy this, but you couldn't, and that's public, and you don't have no problem doing that, but you can't open your mouth and say anything about what's going on, about social injustice or whatever cause you want to help better the people. You want to keep that private, but you don't sell me stuff in private. You sell me stuff in public. So like, I kind of get both, but I do feel like as a celebrity, you have a platform, whether you like it or not, and people are looking at you 24/7. That's what you signed up for. And you knew what you were signing up for because you watch celebrities, you watch singers, you watch actors, you watch people that you wanted to be like, you know how this go. Like, you have social media training, you have a PR publicist. That's what they do. Literally, that's what they do. So I don't feel like I can take the argument of like, oh, I don't want to do this, I didn't sign up for that, because you kind of did. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of, but then you have the Kanyes of the world who might say something and not, be totally off key. So it's like, if you're going to say something, I feel like you have to do your due diligence on doing something. But I do feel like you have to use your platform in the way that, people are watching, like, and you can do something publicly to help.
Yeah, I'm like on both sides of the coin. Like, when it comes to like a role model conversation, like somebody like Cardi B from the beginning, like her brand was, I'm a stripper, I write gangsta rap music, whatever you want to call it. You know what her brand is. So if you are mad at her for singing about her WAP because your 7-year-old is singing about her WAP, repeating her or whatever this is, that sounds to me like a parenting issue and not a role model issue. So when we talk about from that end, it's like, if you want Cardi B to be walking around like a nun just so your 7-year-old and you feel better about you not being able to control your child on their phones and their tablets, because everybody be giving kids phones when they shouldn't be. But
the new one,
that's one thing. Right. That's one thing. But then it's like, it's also like, how does that celebrity operate? Like, is that celebrity constantly somebody who's talking about Black issues and then all of a sudden they're or they're silent, or all of a sudden they put their foot in their mouth? Of course they're going to be held accountable when those things happen. I don't see any reason for it not to happen. If you have this big platform, and you're spreading misinformation, somebody's going to come at you for it, and you deserve it coming to you, because you probably should have been doing your due diligence and talking to your PR before you said something in the first place. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's the same exact thing for me. It's like, how are you going to get mad at LeBron James when he's saying something and you tell him to shut up and dribble? But then it's like, when you are asking for these celebrities to advocate for certain things, it's like, it's selective outrage. It depends on what it is that they said, and are you mad over it? Mm-hmm. And that goes on both ends. It's even with Kanye, because there are people who agree with him. Kanye is too far detached for me from the Black experience for me to agree to anything that he says. But what are you going to do? He's using his platform. And to some extent, I would hope that at least somebody is touched by what he's saying enough to wake up and realize that what he said was a lie. So it goes either way.
Yeah, be responsible and be helpful.
Right.
That's the main point. Be helpful. If you're not going to be helpful, don't say anything. But be helpful. Let's look into these comments. Cliff says you have to be careful nowadays about speaking your mind because of the cancel culture we're in these days. If your opinion goes against the masses, you're in trouble. Angela says, I disagree. Be your own role model. Celebrities aren't civil rights activists. Also, like we grew up with, right? So she's like, listen.
I feel that, but it's like, we don't even really have our own civil rights activists right now. Like, there is nobody. I mean, there are some that are emerging now that we can kind of see maybe getting to that point. But I feel like our generation, and even to some extent our parents' generation, are somewhat removed, because after that, the height of the civil rights movement, all of our civil rights leaders went away. So all of us kids grew up looking towards the rappers. So of course we want a rapper to say something, because that's somebody that we see as influential. So it's like, I get it. Like, if you don't have anything to look up to, and the people who are showing the most success and wealth in the Black community tend to be people in the entertainment industry, of course you're going to listen to them, and their words hold weight, because we don't have that. We're kind of missing that right now. So it's like, I get both sides.
Yeah, I think with the activists is that they're there. I don't think they're away, but it's scary, right? Because every time we have a leader, they kill them. So it's easy for a celebrity to, have the attention of all these people because they're not too controversial. They could kind of teeter on this side, kind of teeter on that side, and nobody's really giving them that kind of responsibility. But if one of the celebrities actually stood up and was like, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to focus on these rights. We got to get everybody to vote, and not just saying get people to vote because it looks cool because everybody's saying it right now, but actually mean it and helping to educate people about voting and all that stuff. It would be the money would get funny, right? Because that's what they do. They start taking away things from them when they get too Black, too political, too for the people. That's when they start stripping them away from things. So, it's hard. But like I said, you gotta be helpful. I could go on about that kind of time.
I feel like we live in a culture of microwave attention spans. So I feel like more Black activist people would come forward if we really stuck with it, rallied behind them, made it more than that moment thing. When that wave's supposed to be going down, we got to build it back up. But that's the problem. We get over something a couple weeks later when it dies down, and we leave it alone and we walk away from it. So it's like, these people are still doing what they've been doing. And I'm pretty sure in every city we can find a local activist that's really doing it. Like, let's stop looking for a celebrity or somebody on a bigger platform to do it. And let's start championing people in our local cities. Start pushing them up, get into the light where they can be seen, and sticking it out with them. That's why Martin Luther King was what he was, because when we got behind him, we stayed behind him. Malcolm X was that, because when we got behind him, we stayed behind him. This generation now is just so like, oh, that ain't the wave. Oh, that wave's over. Let's look for the new one.
Yeah, but you gotta think too, like, that was also the media's wave too. Like, it wasn't just the community, it was the media, it was the newspapers. That's not what's out there now. Like, and as adults, we know role models are not the local actors and rappers. Like, of course, we know that, we grew up, but to a 7-year-old, to a 12-year-old, to 16-year-olds, like, these are who they look up to. So if you tell them no, John down the street is doing a lot for our community. Like, he built this center, he got this funding, like he's helping the Boys and Girls Club. They're gonna be like, okay, that's cool, but he's not on TV. And it's like they kids. Like, so I feel like the times are different. I don't think it's fair to really compare that, because it's a whole different dynamic of mind shifts, like you said.
But as a parent, that's when you take your child to go see that. It's one thing to tell a child, but let's go see what he's doing. Let's go see if we can go talk to him. Let's go to his community centers. Like, yeah, they see what's in front of them. So if I don't want my children looking at certain things. That's why they get to stay kids, because even some Disney shows, my children can't look at, because that ain't childlike. So that's not what I'm going to put in front of you. I'm going to put in front of you what I actually need you to take in. Or we're having conversations like, this is fiction, this is fact, this is real, this is make-believe, this is what these things are. And how do you feel about it? Like, we have to do way more than our parents had to do. You're right. It's different. So we as parents have to be different. Like, because we don't have the same. And with it being a better technology, it's right at their fingertips. So we can go look up everything John's doing. We can go look up his calendar. We can touch John. We can't touch 50 Cent. We can't touch Wiz Khalifa. But you can go touch him and see what he's doing and explaining to them how this is helping us. This is fun. This is entertainment. I do look at that if that's what you like. But this is what really is going to help us get to the next level, because a lot of these kids are comprehending that we're out here dying. A lot of these kids are scared of police because of what they've seen. It's our job as parents to show them, okay, this is what's happening. This is how we affect change. And a lot of parents don't want to do that because it's taking time. It's really taking time, and it's taking you to research and the knowledge to give your kids. So it's easier to sit them in front of the TV and say, I love Cardi B.
That's what I was going to say, Ernie. You made a great point, and so did Christian, too. Like, I don't think that is so much about the times changing. They have changed. But I think also that nowadays, and I don't want to speak for all parents, but parents don't really pour into their children like they used to. Like, there is so much TV time. Like, before, there was scheduled TV time. Now it's come home, take up your book bag, sit on the couch for hours and watch TV. So, yeah, you have to monitor what your children are looking at, who are their role models, what shows they're watching. And like you said, if you want him or her to know about like who's doing stuff in the community, you have to put it in front of them. You can't just expect that they're going to research on their own. Like, show them the path and they'll continue going on it. But it takes you as parents and us as like older cousins and uncles and aunts to show them these type of things, other than just looking at the celebrities on Instagram. Because growing up right now, like we said, the wave is being an actress, being a rapper, being a bottle girl in the club. Like, those are the things that people are looking at. When we could show them that you could be lawyers, doctors, civil rights activists, but we have to like kind of show them that it's possible to attain these things. There are people in your community that are working, so that you can have a better life, so that your children can have a better life, but they don't just get the spotlight shine on them like the rest of these people do. And that's unfortunate.
I definitely think like the exposure in the Black community has to be like heightened. I feel like a lot of times we don't see the smaller races because we're not appointing people to those smaller races and we're not standing behind them. So it's like strategy to like kind of like people, good leaders are people that somebody else boosted up and saw something in them. So I feel like a lot of times we miss that championing behind somebody. And overall, I think the daily dialogue is not about exposure being better. It's just about what's going on now. And it's usually like the news or social media. But if I think everyday conversation can kind of change around in the community, then I think the sky is the limit. But it starts, I think, like you said, the small conversations, exposing your children, but it's not easy either. So you have to be ready to kind of take that leap into that energy as well.
Yes, we got a whole lot of comments in here. I'm going to just show two more. Bobby Butler says celebrities should be required to speak up, but first be informed and responsible. At the end of the day, they have a huge platform. They can give voices to the voiceless. They should not be the sole source, but they are a big source nonetheless. And Cliff says, whew, this scenario got heavy. Can we get one last ratchet scenario to end the show? Can we talk about HerView is an awesome name for OnlyFans? Wow.
That is an awesome name, Cliff.
That would be. It really would be.
Oh my God, too funny. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. This is an awesome game. So can you let us know how we can get it? Tell us where they can purchase. Tell us everything.
Okay.
Not all at once.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram at Spill It Card Game. We are active on both those pages. You can also purchase through our website, www.spillitcardgame.com. We only have limited supplies left for the game. So this was probably just 6 questions. I don't think we even went through 6. So more questions like this and so much better. We have new decks, new visions coming out. So join our subscriber list. Order your game today. Follow us on social media so you keep up with all of our good announcements and more questions like this to come.
Yes. And of course, HerView will be continuing to play the game, and we will also have the ladies back for another round because this was super fun. Yes. So thank you all for being here. And what we got coming up next week, ladies?
Right, like we'll back next week. But as always, we drop the audio on Apple, Spotify, Google Play on Tuesday, 12 o'clock. So be sure to look out for that. If you have not already, please join our Facebook group because we're running a contest right now where you could win a HerView face mask. And yeah, ladies, you guys got anything else? All right, we're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for hanging with the ladies of HerView today. HerView can be found on all social media platforms. HerView Podcast is also available in streaming: Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, and Spotify. Thanks for watching. Bye.